Welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy with Rudeman, and we're going to get this show started. We're back at Hogwarts in our room. I got to figure out how do you tell which one's your room? Your bed, I should say. Let me look around here. Okay, it looks like the only bed that has an owl stand, and we know we have an owl, so it must be, this one must be ours. Let's see. Oh, look, there's a cup of tea already. There's food laying around all over the place. I don't know if you have to eat, but it's there for you. It's there for the taking. So we're going to get started, and I've learned a few tips in a short period of time. I'm trying desperately not to watch videos because I don't want any kind of spoilers. And that's what everybody's doing. Everybody's just 10 things to do, 10 things you got to know. It's just, I mean, I can understand how, because I played games before where after I played for, weeks, I start a new character because I wish I'd have known what I knew after 6 weeks when I first started. That's a little different. I at least got to play the game and realize that I should have, learned faster or something. One of the things you want to do constantly is to hit that spell, because it shows you anything that you need to see immediately. And there are things that are hidden, and you're going to miss them. Okay, how come we can't get that? We must not have learned it yet. All right, so we're going to get out of our common room here. Introduce yourself to Adelaide, okay? Is this Adelaide? No, this is Lenora, but we'll speak to her.
Oh, hello. She's awfully regal, isn't she?
Is that your owl?
I don't know who she is. Likely one of the Hufflepuffs around here. Owls choose their own company anyway. Wait, you're the new 5th year. Quite the dramatic entrance you made. Can't imagine wanting to call attention to yourself, especially since everyone will be watching to see how much you already know.
Probably not much. I'm not worried. Now, I have found out a little bit about the dialogue. You usually have the main answer and either 1, 2, or 3 other things that you can respond to. If it's asking for more information, do it. But read it first, because a lot of times what you've got is, I'm not worried, or just mind your own damn business. And so if you want to be a bad guy, then you can. If you want to be a good guy, then, usually it's the first answer.
I'm really not worried. I'm sure I'll be fine.
Nevertheless, it is rather unusual. You must feel terribly out of place. Of course, presumably, as a hard-working Hufflepuff, you'll prove yourself in no time. I'm hard-working too, as you might suspect. But sometimes I think I should have been a Ravenclaw. I've rather a searing wit. At least people have always told me so. I'm Lenora, by the way. Lenora Everly. Well, mustn't keep you. You've such a lot to do.
Okay, so in this case, it's just wanting more information, so it's pretty easy.
Do you really think you should have been in Ravenclaw?
Well, my brothers were. They both work in the ministry now. I suppose you could say that wit runs in the family. My aunt was a Gryffindor, though, and I've always had plenty in common with her. Determination, valor, daring. The old sorting hat was spoiled for choice with me.
Well, it's nice meeting you.
It was nice meeting you, Lenora.
Of course. Adieu.
All right, who's next? Over there. Oh, over here. What are you trying to do to that cat?
Arthur's got you.
You don't need to be
It's all right.
frightened, little cat.
You got a wand, shoot it.
I can't quite reach.
Come on, you went that way.
Hope they can catch him. Big castle for a student to get lost in, let alone a cat. I'm sure you'll find your way all right. I mean, it can be a bit overwhelming at first. I still get lost sometimes. Welcome to Hufflepuff, by the way. Really glad to have you in our house. I'm Arthur.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Was that your cat?
No, one of the first years, I think. Don't have any pets of my own, unfortunately. My mother doesn't think too highly of them, especially magical ones.
Well, first thing you need to know about cats, they take care of themselves. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Now, see, we can say I tend to agree with your mother. I hate cats too. But I'm a good guy.
I'm sorry to hear that. I think magical beasts are rather incredible.
Best thing about coming to Hogwarts. Nifflers, glumbumbles, bowtruckles. I thought they were only pictures in books before. Well, Dad did bring home a puffskein once. Mum was furious. Anyway, I better go make sure the first years caught that cat. Don't want them to be late on their first day.
That was interesting. Did you notice when it was focused in on his face, he's got glasses on? Now, there was a space in the corner where you could see past his cheek, and it looked like the glass was magnifying the background so that like it was a real pair of glasses. Interesting. Have you ever had a pet?
Have you ever had a pet, Arthur?
No. My mother's a muggle, and as soon as the puffskein that my dad brought home stuck its tongue up her nose, it went right back to the shop.
I don't blame her. I'm sure everybody knows by now that a muggle is a human.
Nice meeting you, Arthur, and good luck finding that cat.
Thank you. Try not to get lost in the castle yourself.
What's this? Oh, Uncle, this doesn't sound like you. Something's wrong. Oh, hello there. You're the new Hufflepuff, yes? I'm Adelaide. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Is everything all right?
Oh, yes. I'm just a bit distracted. Letter from my uncle. So tell me, I've been hearing all sorts of rumors. Were you really nearly gobbled up by a dragon?
Okay. I'm going to say yes, I was, but if I was to do the right thing, I would probably be a little bit more hesitant to answer because what happened to us, me and the professor, they're trying to keep a secret. I mean, because they don't know what's going on. They don't want to make up a bunch of, trouble without knowing more about it. But I'm going to go ahead and say yeah.
That one is true. Not the typical start to a new school.
That's dreadful. Well, I'm glad you made it here alive. Well, anyway, I imagine you have lots to do. I hope you have a wonderful first day.
Your uncle okay?
Are you sure everything is all right with your uncle?
Oh, yes. He travels for work, always busy. I'm sure he just wrote it in a rush. Nothing to worry about.
Yeah, but you were worried.
Thank you, Adelaide. Be seeing you.
Of course. And good luck.
Is the new Hufflepuff out of bed yet? Professor Weasley's waiting for them outside the common room.
What?
Revelio.
Just take another quick look around. I still haven't figured out about the globes. The globes, you can spin them, but I don't know what it does for you. So I have no clue. All right, so meet Professor Weasley outside the common room. So let's go out and talk to her. As soon as we get out of the room, we'll start running instead of walking.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here
It's
you
a
are.
book.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Where did it go?
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Right. Okay, so just so you know, I've got two games running here. You are able to have more than one gameplay.
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
So I can go out to the main menu.
I certainly would have appreciated something like
Revelio
when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up.
Okay, you need to shut up for a minute. You can go out to the main menu and you can start a new character, and it has its own saves. So, like, if I wanted my son to play when I'm not playing, he certainly can create his own character, and it won't interfere with mine. So I've got 2 games running. And here's why. I can't spend my whole day recording. So I want to enjoy the game, and I want to, at my own pace. So I've got another game that I'm playing, and I'm just having a ball. I've got, I don't know how many hours on it already. So I've learned a little bit about the game so that when I start this one, I can do a better job. Let's put it that way. So I do know a little bit, but there's a lot of stuff I haven't done yet. I mean, there's tons of places to go and things to see and people to talk to. See, there's food everywhere too. Just eat it. Okay, did you see that?
Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
Okay.
Revelio.
Guide pages. Rumored to contain some of the Hilka Hucklepuff's original creations, this book holds a collection of Hogwarts students' favorite recipes over the centuries. Some dishes, like pickled dirigible plums, are likely an acquired taste. Yeah, I would think so. You've just unlocked Field Guide Challenge. Your progress towards completing challenges appears here. Okay, we opened the book, and here's the challenges down here. So I've attained 1% of the challenges, but notice there's a little exclamation mark. That means something new has happened in this category. So let's look at this one. And it shows I've got 1% of the field guide pages. So once you start filling these, you'll get rewards and that you can take. So
clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
now this one we were supposed to get. It was part of the training that she's giving us, and that's why we could see it. Some things you can't see, and so you have to just keep doing this Revelius. And then you hear that ding. That means something has appeared close by. the quicker the ding happens or the louder it is means the closest it is to you. See? There's something right there. And you can see through walls.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Okay. Central Hall. Is that this one? This is me. Central, that's the Great Hall. Where's the Central? Now, you see what's happening here? I'm looking for something. And I'm okay, so if you see what's happening here, because this is a tutorial, I can only see the one thing it wants me to see. But if I was looking for something in particular, like it told me to go to some place, and Hogwarts is huge. I mean, literally, you can get lost so easy. So let's say I wanted to go there. Well, I'd have to turn the map. I'd have to, because there's stuff on the other side of the castle, and you can turn the map around, and you're hunting and hunting and hunting. The easiest thing to do is come over here. If it tells you to go to the bell tower, just click on the bell tower. And now it wants me to go to the Great Hall, so we're going to do that. So the green ones that are lit up are ones that we know about. The white ones we haven't found yet. All right, they want me to select the library. Okay, see, this is what you normally have to do if you're trying to find something. And it's just a whole heck of a lot easier to use that thing on the left there. If you know what I mean.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
Okay.
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
Revelio.
How nice
Okay.
to see you, my young friend.
Now that one lit up. Pay attention to everything, or you're going to miss a lot.
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
I don't mind living in dormitories.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Okay, can you tell me about the Charms class?
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Okay. What about Defense of Dark Arts? Is that where all the nasty magic is?
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become Aurors. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
Righty. And what is Hogsmeade?
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain, and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Butterbeer? That doesn't even sound good.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm afraid there isn't. I've got to... She keeps really, really digging into what happened. She wants me to tell her. And the other professor doesn't want me to tell anybody.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speaking of the
Speaking
devil, Professor Fig, your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Okay, before we talk to this professor here, she seems to be quite uppity for a Weasley, doesn't she? Anyway, I want to go over my video. I'm going to be playing the game and telling you stuff that may be considered spoilers because I'm doing it at the time. I only can say if you're watching my video, then why? If you don't want to be spoiled, why are you watching it? So I'm not intentionally spoiling anything. I'm just telling you what I've learned up to this point. So again, she's talking about classes. One of the first things that you kind of want to do is, oh my God, this place is huge and there's so much to see. I'm going to go exploring. You should really do the classes and do them in a decent time frame, because you get a lot of rewards from that, and it's a main quest line. So there's a lot of stuff you can't do until you reach a level of the main quest line. And some of those things are things that you are going to wish you could do earlier in the game. I made the mistake of going out and exploring, and I'm level 11 in my other game, and I can't get level 5 stuff, spells and things that I would have really been helpful for me if I'd have just done the classes. So it's your game, play it the way you want, and I'm not saying that I regret the way I played it. I'm just saying if I'd have known then what I know now, I would have just gone in and got the classes done.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
Well, you mean did I lie? Yeah.
I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well-trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Well, alrighty then. Defense Against the Dark Arts class, so it's telling me where it wants me to go. Completing main quests will further the story, unlock new features, and grant XP, which indeed it does. And that's why I was saying that with me running out and going exploring, I leveled up because I had to fight things, but I didn't learn some of the stuff I wish I had of. Some quests are locked by spell and or level requirements. In these cases, you will need to be the acquired level and or have the required spell to activate the quest. New spells can be earned by completing professor assignments or as quest rewards. Okay. What are we supposed to be doing? Let's do the Defense Against the Dark Arts class first.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
You mean my life? All right. Welcome to Hogwarts. Okay, so there's a couple of things that you can do. If you look at the screen, it says cast a charmed compass. It's up on your pad. And what that will do is it'll help you find your way. But if you look at the mini-map, my way is already there. But I can do that, and it'll put a mark down. So that'll help you out. I usually only use the one that we're following there, that wispy thing. I usually only use that for tracking things that I don't actually have on my mini-map.
Is that all you've got?
Yeah.
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Send your wand with the L and guide it along the symbol's path. Okay, so to learn a new spell, you have to get that glowing A in the bottom there, up through this maze and into that box before it stops you. There's going to be something chasing you. So you hit the A, and then every time you hit another A, you hit the A again. So if I get up there, I hit the A, hit the A, hit the A, and there you go. Now sometimes there'll be a red line
Leviosa.
trying to catch you. If it catches you, then you have to start over.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
She's gonna pick on me, huh? Of course, I'm the new guy.
Let us begin with the basic cast.
Okay.
See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember?
Levioso.
Good. Now, well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Levioso, this can't be your first duel.
Let's just say
If only all of my students were this adept.
Levioso, Protego.
I do enjoy a lively duel. Watch your opponent for signs to attack or defend yourself.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
He's a Slytherin, so...
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Hufflepuff.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Okay, so you heard her say she was an unmentionable or something like that, unspeakable. That's because she knows the dark arts. All right, let's talk to this. Let's talk to this little
Nice
yahoo.
work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
Well, what do I say?
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh,
Oh,
fair enough. You owe me an
stinging.
honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
It sounds suspicious. Well, it does. Also sounds intriguing.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested.
So it's Fight Club.
Till next time.
Okay, there's our first class. And I'm level 2. Sweet. Now we have to go to the Charms class. But while we're here,
Revelio.
Let's look around, see if there's anything worth seeing. Okay, is that... I don't think that's something. There's a lock up here, but I'm pretty sure I can't get it. Yep, that's what we heard dinging.
Looking for our common room.
Yeah, see it. The ding came from that lock up there. And something inside. Okay. It looks like
I've
we
always
already
said
have
that
that.
travel broadens the mind.
All right, so we're going to go to our next class. And it looks like it's already got it targeted, so on we go. I'm looking at the mini-map.
Why do students always run when people want to have some fun?
Wouldn't be surprised.
God, burning a witch at the stake, eh? She looks kind of happy.
I wish there was something I could do to stand up to the headmaster.
Okay. Did I take a wrong turn? Am I supposed to go up the stairs? Okay, there's another one of those. We gotta get it. Look at the statues, or the armor moves, just like the pictures. The hell was that? I really, really want to explore, but I'm trying to take my own advice and get the classes done.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Oh, we have to learn it first.
Accio.
Oh, sweet.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
Why me?
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall, yes? Now, I could keep talking about theory all day, but practice is the best professor. Show us how it's done.
Accio.
That's it!
Uh-oh, I let go too soon.
Splendid!
Too much, too much. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Oh, geez, that's close. One more.
Excellent control there.
Well, there we go.
Very good. Points to Hufflepuff. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Who goes first?
Watch this.
Great. She's going to jump right out there.
It's done. Do not think I will start going easy on you now.
Oh. Oh. Dang it. My finger slipped off the trigger.
Here we go.
Yeah, she's going to kick my ass.
Yes!
That's it!
She can still beat me. I screwed up that first one so bad.
Accio.
Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't
Well
fall.
done.
Oh, man, that was close.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Now what? Oh.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Let us see this. That is how it's done.
Yeah, you show me.
Accio.
Oh, man. I'm in trouble. Well, you can't win it all.
Watch this.
Oh, no, that's not right.
Yes!
Accio.
Splendid!
Be sharp.
Well, I can beat her if I could take it all the way.
There we go.
I win.
Quite impressive.
What do I get? What do I get?
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Yeah. You ain't got to go home,
Good
but you can't
game
stay
back
here.
there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
Where'd you come from?
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
How big is the place?
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Okay. What's it like there?
Is Wagadu a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
Mm-hmm.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
Oh, you don't need a wand, huh?
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Rudeman wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian.
A word,
You know
if
it
you
won't
would.
work on humans.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Special assignment, huh? Okay. Well,
Revelio.
let's take a quick look around the room, see if there's anything we need to see up there. It's a locked room. It's probably his office. All right, before we go any further, let's check our menus here. Okay, so we've got 1%. It looks like we've got something new here. Okay, so we completed this. Now, when you complete these things, you need to look at this because you've got rewards you can claim. So we're going to claim that, and then it looks like we've got 3 more to get that. I didn't even know about these until I was like level 7 or 8, and I got to looking in here and found out, oh my God, there's stuff I could have gotten and been using. There's a pair of glasses, but I don't have enough to get them yet. So those are my challenges. You need to, check these. You're going to get these. You can work on these if you want to. You can work on them and like there's going to be a ton of this stuff right here. And you can work on that, or you can just try to get them when you get a quest that goes by it or something. You know what I mean? There's a lot of the stuff you're going to find on your way looking for something else. All right, let's look at our quests here. What? Okay. It's checking them off as we go. So we don't have any new ones except the one that the teacher for the dark arts gave me, and she wants me to go join that fight club because there's practice there and the ability to learn defensive magic. So we do have that. Alrighty, so I'm level 2. Let's see if we go to gear. Now, since I pre-ordered this and I ordered the extended version of the game, or the collector's edition, I got some clothing that I can put on. This part is kind of cool. So that's my just normal outfit that I got for being a Hufflepuffer. But I can change that if I want to go to this. Wait a minute. That's a cloak. I just uncloaked it. Let's see what else we got. Okay, so far I just have the normal outfit. But here's the interesting thing. When you find new stuff, 2 things you need to know. 1, you've only got like slots for a certain amount of things. I can't remember the number, but it's like you can only collect like 10 things. You're going to have 10 things before you reach the next level. And then once you're full, the next time you find something in a chest, you won't be able to get it because you don't have any room for it. So the first thing is, anytime you get to a store, sell anything that's below your level. And don't be concerned if it's something you like, because all you got to do is, instead of going inside and looking to see what you've got, you just highlight on this, hit the X. See the X in the middle there? It says X. You hit the X, and anything you have, you can make the outfit you've got look like. So let's say the outfit I'm wearing is a level 10, but the outfit that I like is only a level 1. I can make the level 10 look like the level 1. This is very valuable because once you find something, it's yours. And the physical one you can sell, but you still have the one that you can look like. So this is something I got for ordering these things are things that I got for ordering the game in the extended version. So I can make that outfit look like that. Or like that. So that's pretty cool. So we made our outfit look like that. Let's look at cloaks. And this is the dark arts robe. So I can make my other robe look like the dark arts robe. And even if I don't have that robe anymore. This one is the one I got for Hufflepuff. So it's got the Hufflepuff mascot on the back. So that's really valuable. So because it means that anything you find, once you've got it, you can sell the item and make room for something else, but you can still use it to make your outfit look like the way you want. Sweet, eh? Let's see what we got here. Legendary gloves. Cool beans. This is all the stuff that I got for signing up for the extended version. Look at those glasses. Oh my God. So yeah, I can use these to make myself look any way I want. But the only thing is you have to have something. Like right now I don't have any gloves. So I can't make my gloves look like anything because I don't actually have any. Anyway, let's get on with it. Yep, let's get out of here.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Well, hello.
Hello. You wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
Okay, that's kind of you to say.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
Okay. I don't know what that was about. She didn't give me a quest, did she?
Revelio.
All right, there's something, but it's not. It must be in a different room.
And I dare. And then the werewolves joined the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752.
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, so
I won't say my
this
goodbyes. I shall
took
cheer
me
for the
forever to
boys. They
figure
shall
out.
tell it
I'm not
lies.
telling lies, Peeves. It
But-
was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Ooh, fine.
I'm debating whether to show you or
Was the
not.
Minister of Boot or the Minister of
But
Flack?
hey, you're going to learn it anyway. If you look at the number in the middle,
In trouble you
number
will be.
5 on the
Can't
top.
give Peeves a smack. She says it's a boot, and he
Okay,
says
so
it's a
you
flack.
have
Peeves,
Jesus.
You'll get us all detention. And you're both wrong anyway. It was Hephaestus Gore.
It wasn't Boots and it wasn't Flack, but you're all in trouble with Professor Black.
Idiot. God dang, I hate that ghost. Okay, anyway, the puzzle is this. There's a number 5 at the top and a number 12 at the bottom. And the 3 things around them make up that number. So if you look, we have a 3. And then we have a 0. So 3 and 0 is 3. That means we need a 2 to make the 5. So you just select the picture. The one on the bottom is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 around there. So we need a 2. So it would be the unicorn. So that one on the top, the question mark is 1 question mark. So this is the 1 question mark, and we're going to go until we find... What? Oh, I'm off. The one on the bottom is 0, so the unicorn would be 1. It's the one on the next one that's 2. So let's go to that one. That's 2. Now we need to find another one of these someplace close by, and there it is. Okay, sometimes they're on a different floor. Okay, so we've got 12, and we know 4 and unicorn is 1, so that's 5. So we need 7, which would be that squid-looking thing up there. That thing. Now we should be able to get in. Sweet.
Revelio.
Okay, a loosened umber autumn scarf. There's usually at least 2 chests in here. And a 3-seater sofa. Now these are random. The rewards are random. And you're going to get later a room that you can decorate. So that's going to be something you might want to use. I am going to stop the episode right here. We're going to take a break. Hope to see you in the next one, and I hope you had fun. Ta-ta for now.